Yo, what's good, Grundy gang? It's Grundy back with another video, and I got some new spring summer pickups to show y'all in this one, man. So let's hop right into it. So summer is literally right around the corner, and I ain't gonna lie, some days it feels like it and some days it don't. I swear it can be like hot one day and then chillier the next, but I do got some summer pieces in here to show you guys as far as hats, glasses, sandals, but I do also got a couple of spring pieces that are a little bit heavier. So I got some jackets, some t-shirts, hoodies, and stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and hop right into the video, but before we do, make sure you go down and smash the like button. I need y'all to run this video up. Also, comment down below a sun emoji. That way we can get super interactive, get picked up in the algorithm. Y'all already know about following me on Instagram, so I don't even gotta say that at this point, but we're gonna go ahead and hop right into the video. Now we're gonna go ahead and hop right into the first piece, but before we do, I gotta give a huge shout out to the sponsor of the video, which y'all know is FARFETCH. Now, there's no way you've been watching my videos or even been into fashion without knowing about FARFETCH, but if you don't, I'm gonna put you on game right now. So basically what FARFETCH is one big retailer that carries a huge variety of designer clothing items. Now I get almost all of my designer from FARFETCH simply based off it's so easy to go to their website and find what you're looking for, simply because they source all of their stuff from smaller boutiques around the world. That way they have the biggest selection of sizes and clothing items and brands. Now the first piece that I got right here is a pair of sunglasses. Now you really can't have a summer pickups video without including some sunglasses in there, so I went ahead and scooped these ones from Balenciaga. They are the round sunglasses from the pre-fall 2021 season. Instantly when I got these in hand, I was blown away by the case because it has such a cool, like, double stacked full leather look. I really can't even explain it, so I'm gonna just show it to y'all. But when you open it up, you're instantly greeted by your frames, and then underneath you got 2 cleaning cloths. But we're gonna talk about the glasses because they are the most important part, and these are a very bold pair of glasses, and I knew that when I bought them. So as far as look and shape, they have a very round look to them, but they kind of corner off when it comes to the sides. But a small part of me was kind of up in the air because I'm usually not a huge fan of like the rounder style glasses. I'm usually more like a square guy, but I feel like this is the perfect combination of both, and I feel like they fit my face well and give off that super Balenciaga look. So that is pretty much the main detailing of the glasses. They're really just like a monochromatic pair of frames, but you do have the Balenciaga logoing on both sides of the frame, and then on the inside you just have Balenciaga made in Italy. So not too many other details along with how the actual frames are constructed, but very super thick, durable pair of frames. I feel like the hinges and everything are super sturdy, so it really feels like a Balenciaga purchase, and I'm very happy with it. Now staying along the lines of accessories, I got my Kapital bucket hat in the denim colorway, and the reason I'm saying that is because if you've watched my channel, you know that I picked up the green one in this exact same model, and it's literally been like my go-to bucket hat. So to go on FARFETCH's website and see that they had the blue one in stock, it was like a no-brainer, and I pulled the trigger instantly. But to give kind of like the details of the hat, it has a bunch of distressing and the Kapital overstitch. So y'all know Kapital is a Japan-based brand, so y'all know all of the detailing when it comes to denims is always on point. But you do have a couple of different details that stand out, which one of them is this overstitch right here. It's kind of like in this royal blue thread, which I feel like stands out and is a cool detail to the hat. But in other details, you do have the Old Man in the Sea back panel in this off-white denim colorway. Also the adjustment belt that kind of goes over it. Now some people do wear it with the adjustment belt on. I choose to have it off, not because I have a big head, but because I feel like it looks really cool with the flaps kind of just hanging off on the side. I don't know why I always liked it, but I do. But if you do have a smaller head, I guess you can kind of adjust it, even though I don't really feel like the hat is that adjustable. I mean, I guess it is, but you kind of just tighten the top of it rather than like the actual brim itself. But overall, an insane hat to have. Now moving on, we got a big body Balenciaga box that carries the one and only Balenciaga Defenders. Now I kind of showed these on my Instagram story to kind of see if you guys could guess what I bought, because I know a lot of people have been getting various types of Balenciaga shoes, but I went ahead and copped the Defenders, bruh. Now honestly, I have been looking for a very long time for a shoe that just is a sneaker but still fits that bulkier look with like the baggy pants that I like to wear. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger on these. They do have multiple different colorways. I felt like black suited my wardrobe best, so I went ahead and scooped the black pair. And let me tell y'all, bruh, I love these shoes, man. Like, this isn't one of those like trendier type of things that Balenciaga, I mean, I guess it kind of is, but I felt like it is easily one of those bulky go-to black sneakers for me. But to talk about the detailing of this shoe, I don't even know where to start. I guess we can start with the most standout part of the shoe, which is probably gonna be this tire tread of an outsole, which is absolutely insane, very, very thick. When I got the shoes in hand, I hadn't seen them in person yet, so I was instantly shocked by like how actual big and bulky they are, but it looks amazing when it comes to playing with proportions. So that is the outsole. They do feel really comfortable because of it, I'm not gonna lie. I actually went my true to size in these, so I got a size 44, which is a US 11, and they fit perfectly. Now, one thing I will kind of say though is if you want your shoes to fit a little bit looser, these kind of have a tilt to them because of how big the back part is, so your foot is like snug in the shoe. So I don't know if you guys like more room in your shoe and might want to go a size up, but I would recommend just going with your true size. But other detailing on the shoe, it dang near looks like an ASIC when it comes to the upper of the shoe, as far as like a runner or like a training sneaker, which I feel like really balances the whole idea of the shoe of having like this super like durable tread off-road type of bottom to it, and then being like, oh, but you can like run in this shoe and still do things, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the whole look of it is crazy. You do have like your Balenciaga with the sizing in the front and the back, and then you have the new Balenciaga logo in the inside. So overall, the shoe is very, very crazy. Definitely well worth the pickup if you ask me. Now, y'all know it couldn't be a designer pickup haul without throwing a little bit of Rick in there. So I went ahead and grabbed this jacket from the Dark Shadow Fall Machine Spring Summer 2022 collection, but it is in this beautiful orange colorway. Now, I know it's kind of showing up on the camera as like this bright, really, really like deep orange, but in person, it's more of like a dusty, kind of like a rust type of orange. So I feel like the color goes with a lot more than like a normal orange would, because it's not so like stand out. Like, it doesn't feel like your eyes are gonna like start burning from looking at the orange, you feel me? So it's super, super calm. I would try to like match how it looks as far as editing goes, but definitely a crazy jacket. Outside of the color, the fit is amazing, bro. Like, this is one of like the slimmer fitting jackets in my collection, so I feel like I was super particular about how it would fit, and I went with a size medium, and my true size is a large, but went with a size medium because I feel like sometimes Rick stuff can kind of fit bigger than it looks, you know what I'm saying? So went with that size. The fitting is absolutely immaculate, bruh. Like, I dang near feel like it was tailored to my exact body, but I feel like certain things as far as like the shoulder cuts and like the waist cut, it's like a perfectly cropped jacket, and I wouldn't even say it's cropped, but it sits like right at my waist, which is absolutely insane. But overall, like, just the whole torso, the whole way the arms fit really tailored is just crazy, and I can't even like praise this jacket enough. Like, I want to cop this jacket in the other colorways. I think they have like a gray and maybe a black, but now I want both of them joints. But those are the FARFETCH pickups. We're gonna go ahead and hop into the other pickups that I got, but I did wanna say that you can use my discount code once again to get you a nice percentage off of your purchases. And even if you don't wanna shop specifically the stuff that I bought, I do have a curated link down below. It will say Jadon's Edit, and that is a bunch of stuff that I also feel like is dope, or is just based off of like the stuff I've been looking at as of late. So if you wanna cop anything, click the links down in the description. Even if you don't cop anything, make sure you click that link for me because it helps your boy out, you feel me? So we gonna get into some more footwear, and I ain't gonna lie, bro, it took me forever to find these in my size. Every time they would restock them, it would be sold out of my specific size and just me for whatever reason. But I caught the restock and I was able to go ahead and pull the trigger on them. But they are the Toga Verillas studded mules in this black colorway. Now, they got a couple of different variations of these. They got like these split ones that have like a whole different upper material, but I've been waiting for the leather ones in specific, and finally got them, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, these add like such a cool look to so many outfits. It just has been like an easy go-to. Like I just got these maybe like a week or two ago, and I've already been wearing them and get a ton of compliments every time I do. But to get into the details, you have your standard mule look, but the materials and the outsole and the things attached to it are a bit different. Now, the outsole, you have this very rigid, what dang near feels like a Vibram outsole. So instantly, I feel like these are gonna last me such a long time. But to kind of move on into the upper, you have this all leather upper studded with different type of pins and detailings and stuff like that. Now, these aren't actual pins. I don't know. Well, they might be pins on kind of like some croc type of vibe, but this silver detailing contrasts this leather look so perfectly. On top of that, you do have your big silver belt on the side, which is adjustable. Now, one thing I will say about these is they do crease super easily. I've only wore these maybe like a couple of times, and they already have like this leather creasing, which isn't really that big of a deal because you can't really notice it too much when it comes to wearing it. But that is something that I noticed. I don't know if it's because I don't have the pull tab tight enough, or maybe I should have it looser or something like that. I don't know. But overall, very, very cool pair of slides. You do have a leather insole. Now, I ain't gonna lie, they aren't like the most comfortable mules ever, but I did wear them to like an all walking event. So I don't know if I just kind of overstepped my boundaries on what these shoes are supposed to do, but they're comfortable enough to where like I would recommend you to buy them, but they're not comfortable enough to where I would recommend you wear them to an all walking event. Moving on, we're gonna get into this collaboration capsule between Paris and Puma. Now, I did show these off on TikTok and y'all seem to really, really like it. Paris is definitely a high ranking brand, and I feel like this was such an effortless collab to do with Puma. But to get into the shoes, these are the Slipstreams by Puma, and they basically look like dang near like a skate shoe, you know what I'm saying? So definitely super, super casual. They have this nice nubuck lining with a white leather upper, and then for the bottoms, you have your classic gum bottoms. And I always feel like a gum bottom and white shoe is always super, super clean. You can never go wrong, but they have a couple of different Omni details on the tongue and on the back of the shoe. But overall, definitely a fire shoe, but I'm gonna show you guys some of the clothing so that you can see how well it pairs with the rest of the stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with these pants because the pants are one of my personal favorites because of how they fit. Now, these joints right here are kind of like a wide leg, but like a boot cut at the same time. You'll be able to see how they fit on body. They are made of this like thicker mesh athletic type of material, which feels really, really nice and flowy. So I feel like they would be very nice for those chill spring summer days, to be honest. They are in this very nice cream colorway and then have the Omni times Puma logo right up here by the left pocket. So these are very much like a minimalistic type of pants. They do have some nice zipper detailing on the pockets so that you can zip things up and not lose it with these more flowy type of pants. But I'm gonna move into some of the rest of the collection. So next up, they got this heather gray t-shirt, which I'm not gonna talk too much about it because it's really just a gray t-shirt with their logoing at the top. But the thickness and the overall feel of the t-shirt is very high quality. I know a lot of people kind of had questions on like the quality of it, and honestly, Puma makes very high quality things, and so does Paris. So this is like the child of that, and it's very high quality. Now, next up, we got probably the most signature piece from the collection, just based off, if you're an fan, you're probably going to them for sweaters and such. So this is a crew neck sweater in this reddish orange type of colorway. Now, when I was talking about oranges earlier in the video, this would be like on the brighter side of the oranges. So definitely a nice, very high quality sweater, not too much detailing on it other than the logo and the quality. And for the last piece right here, we got this trench coat. Now, this trench coat probably has the most detailing out of all of the pieces. You do have your big Puma logoing on the left sleeve, but you also have this very subtle touch of the and then Puma on the buttons, and it kind of alternates every other button, but I felt like that was a super cool detail to add in there. I'm a huge fan of like hardware on clothes, so when you have custom hardware, it instantly like bumps your garment up a notch. But very cool trench coat. I ain't gonna lie, it's not really summery, but it is part of the collection, so I had to show it off to you guys. I went with a size medium in this, and it's still very long and trench coat type, so very fire trench coat. All right, so as promised, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the pieces pieces that I picked up from Basketcase Gallery, and the first piece that I'm gonna start it off with is this Pikachu t-shirt. Now, it's basically like a washed out vintage Pikachu graphic with Basketcase at the bottom, and I kid you not, I literally went there and was hoping that this shirt didn't sell out. And I went to the rack, looked through the few sizes that they had left up, and literally some girl came back and put a large on the rack, and I would have had it slid that mug right off, you feel me? So definitely picked it up. The fitting on it is great. It feels very vintage, which is probably why I love the graphic so much, and it looks really like beat up and already worn, and I feel like it's just crazy. So that is the first piece from them. The next piece is this t-shirt right here, which I'm actually not too sure what this is. It kind of looks like a do-rag or some type of like headscarf, but honestly I like the simplicity of it, and I feel like it's a very cool graphic to put on a t-shirt. Like, it dang near makes you look at it to where like you're like, oh, is that a scarf? But then in the back of your mind, you're like, that could just be like some type of abstract type of print on the front. But you got that, and then you have on the back, Hinch is a Place by Basketcase Gallery. And again, a very nice black t-shirt that I just feel like I needed in my collection. You can never really go wrong with too many like black vintage looking shirts. Now, to stay along the lines of that like vintage black washed out look, I went ahead and grabbed this hoodie by them, and the fitting on it is absolutely perfect. And I say that because this is actually a size 2XL, which you would think would be like a crazy size for somebody like me, because I typically go with a large, but I actually tried it on and it fit very nice. Like, it still fits oversized, but definitely way smaller than a 2XL. But I feel like as of late, I've been wearing a lot of like more oversized type of stuff, so I feel like it just went perfectly. The hood fits really big, which I'm a huge fan of when it comes to hoodies. Like, if your hood isn't big enough, I'm dang near not gonna wanna wear the hood, you feel me? So definitely a fire hoodie. I would definitely recommend you guys to check out Basketcase Gallery if you haven't yet. Now, moving on, we got this low-key brand called Now, I'm probably gonna bleep that out and put the letters up instead, because I don't know how YouTube's algorithm is gonna treat that. But they have this crazy hoodie right here, which is actually called the Atomic Beach Hoodie. Now, originally it comes with this tie that goes through instead of having like hoodie strings. So I feel like that was a crazy detail, but I did take mine out because I like how it looks without the tie. I might put it back in there and style it with a tie, but for right now, I'm kind of feeling how it looks without the tie, bro. This joint is very, very hard. It's honestly one of those crazy hoodies that has like a bunch of different colors, textures, and materials, but for some reason it all goes together so well. So if I could explain this hoodie, that's how I would explain it. And I can't wait to honestly wear this out with like a fit pick or something, because it's kind of just right up my alley. You kind of can tone it down with like an all black or like some denims and stuff like that, but very fire hoodie by them. They also sent out this inside out tee that has a graphic all over the front of it, and the materials of it is very, very nice. Like, it's dang near like a stretchy t-shirt type of material, and it fits the body really nice and has a really cool graphic and look. So that is the next piece. And then the last thing that they sent me was these two beanies in the green colorway and the orange colorway. Now, these are called the Aloha Beanies, hence the little flowers that are on it. But I really like the fit of these beanies. They're not too short, not too long. You also have the nice stitched in branding at the bottom of it, which I feel like was a nice touch. But you have both the orange colorway and the green one, and they're both definitely summer vibes. Like, I'll be wearing beanies no matter how hot it is outside, so I'll probably throw these on in the summer, to be honest. The last two pieces from the haul are both by Rich USI, which is coincidentally the jacket that I'm wearing today as well. But they sent me some pieces from their new collection. This one right here is the night hoodie in the sage colorway, so it's really like this very light minty type of green colorway, and it is cut and sew. So you have a bunch of different detailings and panels. For example, you have this one that kind of goes from the shoulder onto the pocket, and then you kind of just have this overall drop shoulder type of cut to it. So very fire hoodie. One thing I would tweak is probably just to have a bigger hood, but I'm super picky about hoods, so the normal person probably wouldn't even care about that. And then lastly, you got the Runner Essential cardigan right here, which actually has the exact same cut on the shoulders as the hoodie does. So you got more of like a drop shoulder drapier type of fit. This definitely fits a lot looser than most cardigans, so I probably will play around with how I want to wear it and what proportions I'm going to have with it. But I feel like the colorway is really nice, and the idea of the cut and sew is pretty creative. So that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said earlier, man, go down and click them FARFETCH links. It really helps your boy out a ton. Everything else will be linked down there as well. So if you found anything else interesting, make sure you go ahead and check it out. But that's pretty much it for the video, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. I'll be back to you with more. Peace.
Spin it all, write it off, I don't risk it. Straight from the heart, no Adderall in my system. If I could, you know I'd do it all different. You said that for my benefit, I should've listened.